Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Lars Bildsten, the director here at the KITP, and it's really my big pleasure to have our third conference post-pandemic, after July, I guess is all I can really say at this point. We always like to ask for how many of you is this morning your first time at the KITP? Raise your hand high. Okay, so for this crowd, it's about a third, it looks like, okay? It's often a half, and so what I like to do is explain to everyone how it is these things come to happen at the Institute, and how we do things. This conference is part of what we call a program, which is a long event, typically 8 weeks, sometimes 12, sometimes 14, really depending on the discipline. And those programs come about from proposals from the community to the Institute. Our advisory board are 17 physicists from around the world who work with us here to define the proposals, pre-proposals, and turn them into programs. So we welcome suggestions and individuals here who can definitely speak to it. So you talk with me, feel free to talk with me. Mark Bowick is here. Mark's the deputy director at the Institute. So Mark would be happy to explain the process. And of course, you can speak to those who went through the process, who are the coordinators of this program, and coordinators of past programs. I think Jim Fuller ran a program here. I think Frank may have run a program a long time ago. I can't remember. But please do, if you have an idea, now's the time. We're taking pre-proposals for the next 2 weeks. So December 1 is our nominal deadline. And then we work with our advisory board to take subsets of those and turn them into longer, more well-developed proposals that then get a pre-approval process in early February. So that's the process we have. The members of the advisory board who are in astrophysics are Juna Kohlmeyer, Rachel Somerville, and Elliot Quadert. Those are the three who are advisory board members in your subdiscipline. So please do keep that in mind during the time here if you have ideas, because this is the time to have them. Really want to acknowledge KITP staff straight up. So Craig Kunamoto will be helping with IT. And of course, Claudia makes conferences a success here every time they happen. So let's first thank both of them right now for the work they are doing. Everything here at the Institute is recorded and online, and many of you know that. The 20,000 talks we have that are out there are what we've been accumulating over time. And so if a speaker wants to opt out, let us know. We can always do that. But that also means you really need to be using the microphone for questions, also because of the Zoom access. It's very important. And Rocio and the coordinators will help to be certain that we get a microphone to you so that the question can also be heard not just online later in the recording, but also for those who are out there listening in Zoom. A big thing that's important for us at the Institute is time for discussion. And so the talks are very clearly outlined about how much time is for the speaker and how much time for discussion. And Rocio will be our first session chair, so she will get to set an example that will, and she's doing it to me. Thank you, Rocio. Very good, very good, very good. I think I was, okay, I'm okay. So I think it's really important, and to us it's sort of a hallmark of what we try to do here at the Institute is have that time for discussion. And so I really do encourage you to think of the good questions, and you'll have time to ask them. The wireless access is here. It's pretty much on EduRoam. If you don't have EduRoam and you need to get access to a different Wi-Fi, just ask Craig and he can give you the other Wi-Fi. Or you can, if you've been here before, you could try the old one, but I think we did change the password after 25 years. So please wear your name tags during the breaks. So for those of you who haven't been here, the courtyard is where we have the breaks, the lunches, and all 3 dinners. So we have also changed that. This conference, we're having dinner every night just to try to keep everybody together, keep you off the mean streets of Goleta. So I encourage everyone to wear their name tags. I don't have one. There's another program here on the physics of climate, and they may well think that food is for them. And the only way our staff can help manage that process is for you to wear your name tag. And I told them the same thing 2 weeks ago when I said that you would try to eat their lunch. So please do that. It's quite important. The building, as all of you know, is locked all the time now. So if you want to go out for a walk and you're stuck and you can't get back in, which we try to have staff at this front door, and then you'll realize over time that the caterers often leave a little back door open at the courtyard, okay? But we're doing that really just because we've been doing vaccine verification. We really decided just to keep the building locked 24/7 for now. If any of you want to bring a family friend or a spouse or anyone to dinner, please let Claudia know today so she can modify the head count and collect the fee. Shuttle, of course, for those of you going back and forth to the hotel, will run after dinner every night. And the KITP's code of conduct is noticed outside, and I believe it's probably in your packet as well. So please pay mind to that as well while you're here, and of course at all times. I think I'm getting a little rusty at this. I used to not need my cheat sheet, but it's been 18 months. So I think that's it. I think Jamie wanted to say a few words. And I do really want to acknowledge immediately the coordinators for all their work. So these programs take 2 years to happen. And the coordinators for this part of it are Adam, Daniel, and Jamie, and they're all here. So let's thank all of them for their hard work. And we have this exclusion principle, which is that the identified lead coordinator for the program can't be part of the conference. So that's Matteo Cantiello. So Matteo, thank you for your program efforts. And I think I've hit most things. So I'm going to hand it over to Jamie.
Thanks, Lars. Thanks for the introduction. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jamie Tayar. I'm one of the coordinators, and we're really excited to have you here, whether you're in person or on Zoom. If you've looked at your program schedule, you'll notice it's a little bit odd. So we're trying something new, or a little bit new. And so we've broken the day up into topics, the first one being 1D stellar modeling. The first talk in every topic will be a review of things that have happened kind of in the past 10 or so years on that topic. We will then have a contributed talk, which will tell you about what's happening presently on that topic. And then the final session will be a discussion panel on what we think, on what the future of that topic for transport and stars is going to be. And so we're actually hoping we're hoping that this will be better than 17 hours a day of Zoom talks. But we recognize it is experimental. And if there are things that today where you're like, that didn't really work the way you wanted it to, feel free to come and talk to us. Adam, Daniel, and I, we're going to be hanging out, dinner, coffee break stuff. Given that we have this structure, we'd like to encourage you to use the question times after the talks for questions for the speaker, because we will have plenty of time for discussion and comments and thoughts during this discussion panel time. And we will have some panelists, either in person or on Zoom, and we're hoping that will all work, because the KITP staff is excellent at all of the audio-visual coordination stuff. Yeah, and we're hoping kind of at the end, the last section, we're thinking about like the synergies, what the real future of the field is, because we think that actually this is a small enough field that a lot of the people working in it are here, either present physically or on Zoom. And so we're really thinking like, what is the white paper? What are the next 10 years of stellar interiors, stellar transport going to look like? And we think we can actually like make a really good sense of what that's going to be over the course of this week. So we hope you have a good time. We're really glad you're here, and I will turn it over to Jen.